sitting here driving along, just thinking about the magnitude of what my Lord Jesus has done for me. And because He did, I feel like I should share that with people, because there's somebody that it can give them to. I know there is. But it's hard for me to do it because I don't like attention. I actually hate attention. I don't like people's focus on me. I don't like this center of attention to be on me. I'll always pass it along if I can. So even giving my testimony is difficult for me. But He gives me strength. And through Him I can do all things. So, I was a drug addict all my life. I was a drug addict from a teenager, messing with just pills and weed, moving up as a late teen, early 20s. All my life, though, I was a what they call functioning addict, for the most part. Most of the time, I had periods where I wasn't functioning too good, working that is, but most of my life I worked, was able to afford my habit, but that's about it. Now, I start from the beginning because it's important. I don't like telling this part because I don't want any pity. I don't want you to think, I want you to feel sorry for me, because I don't, because I'm fine. But I have to, so you understand, like I said, the magnitude of what Jesus Christ did for me. When I was a young boy, things were done to me that shouldn't happen to a young boy. You see, taken advantage of, you might say, by people that you should trust. Now you can let your imagination go there. I won't say exactly what it is, but growing up, that left me feeling like I had a stain on me, like I was defective, sort of like I was broken, and so I was broken. But me being me, the way my mind handled it, I just push it down and say I'm fine, like many people do. Say it never bothered me. And I never told anyone about it until I was well into my late 30s. Did I even speak about it out loud? But I thought about it many times. Now, I'll leave that there. Now, you see, I become an addict, messing with drugs, as an escape as a young boy. Because I was a young boy, 12, 13. Had a paper route. Started working as a dishwasher, busboy at about age 15. Had to get my mom to sign Like I said, I worked. So, I got hurt as a young man. Looking back on that, I realize now how that really affected me in the drugs. Because when I had my first child, I kind of cleaned up. I would drink a few beers, a couple cold beers after work, That was it. Work, come home, work, come home. And I kind of did that work, come home all my life, but that didn't spare me from a lot of things, I ended up in jail many, many times. So I live in Kentucky, southeast Kentucky. You might be able to tell by my accent. I've been in about every single jail, central and southern Kentucky. I've spent some pretty long little stints in jail. A year was the longest I spent. I got a county year. Took a county year in a plea. Sick as a dog when I took it. I took it on the second day in jail. So sick, Oxycontin sick. Somebody may know what that's like. But, so I was a drug addict, in and out of jail. Just a broken human being, Had no self-esteem whatsoever. Never did. Never thought anybody liked me. I always felt like whoever I was around, they just kind of wished I wasn't there. Or didn't want to hear me talk. And I know there's people out there that feel that way. You don't have to feel that way. You don't. Because it's a lie. I found out it was a lie all along. But if you'll take Jesus, He'll show you these things. You can learn from it. That's what I did. But what He did, now listen, when I was young, that same time when I was kind of clean, a man came to my house and said that the Lord had put him to come there. So he came a long way just to come to my little apartment, my little girl, and I was by myself. The woman I had my kids with, she couldn't keep it in her pants, I guess you could say. She was gone a month at a time, and she'd come back when she got ran off, get fattened up and take off again. She was a pretty girl, so she didn't have no problem with that. She was a drug addict too. That's what drug addicts do. They find other addicts. She had her own set of issues, There he was. He gave me the gospel. I even said that I said the words, You're not saved just because you say the words. It's not a magic spell. What I found out, it's a submission. When I finally got saved, it was a submission. I was done and I gave up, right? Let me tell you how this worked itself out. So me at 22, this guy comes. Fast forward all the way to age 42. And I'm working. I got a good buddy at work named Shepard. And he was wild like me. Suddenly he kind of wasn't anymore, which was great. He got married. Good girl. He started inviting me to church. So he invited me a few times, which I take no offense to. I said, yeah, man, I'll come. Never did go. Finally, he just kept at it, You come to church, Kenny. This is my really good friend, so I thought, all right, I'm going to go. Because I like this guy. He's my friend. I'm going to go for him. I'm going to go for this, my friend. Not for me, but for him. So I go to this church. It's about 45 minutes from home. And I'll tell you right now, I cannot remember to this day what that preacher was preaching about. I have no idea. I was sitting way in the back. It's a pretty big church. Felt huge. When you're like me and you're nervous around people anyway, awkward, socially awkward, A lot of people like that will make you very nervous. This is a very full, big church. But kind of quiet. Baptist church. No, it was a Pentecostal church, but there wasn't a lot of hooping and hollering and jumping around and carrying on, going on. So, pastor did an altar call. I didn't go. Maybe 10 people went up there. They knelt down. They came back. Something came over me right there. Oh boy, I gotta go. I don't know what it was. I can't tell you this day what it was. I can tell you what I think it is. I think it was God. And He was telling me, my spirit, now, come now. And man, it was so hard to get up. What are these people going to think? He already made the altar call. I can't go now. I had to get a couple people out of my way just to get out into the aisle. But I did. I said, I got to go right now. And I went. And it was almost surreal feeling. And I got up there and I just got down. I didn't know what to do. But I was done. I was finished. I was finished. I couldn't do it anymore. I knew that. And I knew if He could help me, I wanted it. Now remember, I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know I was going to do that. I was doing a favor to a friend. But I kneeled down and prayed. And in my spirit, my body started shaking, physically shaking. I wasn't nervous shaking. I was shaking, being shook. I remember thinking, what's happening to me? I didn't have control of my body. It was shaking. There was a shaking coming upon me. I apologize for the tears. I don't cry. The Lord will do that to you. But I was shaking right there. And they had a cross behind the pulpit. I looked at it. And I said, you're real. He said, I am. I am. I didn't know what that meant, but I know what it means now. I am. If you go to church, you know what it is. You know what it means, but now, I didn't hear a big, oh yeah. But I felt it in my spirit. I felt it. When I looked at it, I am. But the first thing that I did after I got out of there, and I felt amazing. Let me tell you, I felt better than I've ever felt in my life. And the first thing the Lord started doing, and this goes back to the beginning, was forgiveness. I have to forgive. He said, you got to forgive. So I forgave that man that done those things to me. Because they know not what they did. And because He forgave me. And because on that cross, they betrayed Him. They spit at Him. The people He healed and loved even turned His back on them. Forget the beating He took. Imagine everyone you love turning on you. He knows everything you've ever gone through. He knows it all. But He said, forgive them, Lord. They know not what they do. So I said, okay, you can forgive me. I forgive. And I also forgave myself. Because I had a whole lot of baggage that I've been carrying around that I set down finally. I finally got to let go of because he let me. Because he died so I could do that. So, if that sounds like something familiar to you, you take it from a lifelong drug addict, jailbird, outlaw pretty much, who submitted my pride, submitted everything, my own understanding, to his. My life's never been back the way it was. It's never been the same. I have my problems, but it's not the same anymore. It's not like it was. I have peace with things. I can have peace with him. And boy, is he real. And I want to just shake people, make them. But you can't. You can't make people. They have to do it themselves. They have to do it all themselves. So, my favorite verse is John 14:6. I'm the truth, the way, and the life. There's 3 questions and 3 answers there. It'll answer every question you have in this life. But he also said, learn of me for a reason. So why don't you start there? Learn of him. Anyways, I left out a whole lot of stuff, you know. But you get the gist of it. That's the gist. Love you guys. I hope this helps you. Later.